Hello everyone. Good evening for coming for this roundtable conference. I would like to thank each one of you for taking your time out, and especially Vikram Kamath for giving his space and time and sponsoring this particular venue for us. Okay, and I would like to introduce you all to Ravi Wazir. Ravi Wazir will be moderating this particular session, and Ravi Wazir has worked in the hospitality sector from and he has been associated with various brands, including the Olive Bar and Kitchen, the Tasty Tangles, Cafe Ritaza, the Sports Bar, the Taj Birdies, as well as the TJ's Brew Groups. He has also been writing for various B2B magazines and also Hindustan Times and DNA. And Ravi Wazir has come up with a book by the name A Practical Guide, which is as of now available as a soft copy at amazon.com. So I would hand it over to Ravi Wazir and take this roundtable conference forward.
To all of you, and thanks again for taking time out for this discussion. I'm really very excited to have a bunch of very accomplished entrepreneurs here and would very much value your thoughts on the trends, the challenges and some of the solutions that we face in the restaurant and food service sector.
Hi, I'm Nilesh Limai. My company's name is All About Cooking, and I take turnkey restaurant projects, build restaurants and manage restaurants. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dheeraj Gupta, and I run the company Jumbo King Foods Private Limited, and we have 50 operational stores now.
Hi, I'm Manoj Kajotia, owner and chef of Celebrations Fine Confections. We deal in high-end chocolates, cakes, breads, specialty products. Thank you.
I'm Sameer Kukreja. I have over 22 years of experience in the hospitality industry in a variety of international and domestic chains. I studied hotel management at the Cornell School of Hotel and Restaurant Administration in the US. The chains I've worked in include Yum Restaurants, Mars Hotels and Restaurants in Mumbai, and most recently I was the CEO and Managing Director of Nirula's in North India. I am also the President of the National Restaurant Association of India and actively involved in running the association and furthering the interests of restaurants across India. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kinzel Vadera from Soup Bowl, India's first soup chain, expanding rapidly into Mumbai and Bangalore.
Hey, my name is Chef Harpal. I work as a television anchor, food stylist, professional chef, and I'm an associate of Sanjeev Kapoor, and I'm here along with this wonderful team that's here to discuss a lot of issues pertaining to hospitality industry.
My name is Sachin Lele, and I represent a company called Swastik Food Mart Private Limited. In this company, we have two brands that we are bringing into city of Mumbai and intend to take it forward to other parts of the country. The name of the brands are Sandvisa, where we sell vegetarian sandwiches, and in the brand Spiza, we sell packaged spices. Thank you.
I am Vikram Kamath, and I'm here on behalf of Vittal Kamath's original family restaurant, Achha Hai Sachha Hai, a great place to eat where we serve hot, healthy and hygienic food. It's a pure vegetarian Indian food chain.
The Orchid 5-star Ecotel Hotel. Friendly, eco-friendly.
So we'll start off, I've put down a couple of points, starting with trends. There's a lot of activity happening in terms of investment in our sector, and that's one of the first things I'm hoping that we could speak about. The investment styles seem to be with international players coming in and having joint venture associations or franchised associations, and also maybe there's 100% FDI possible now. That's one vehicle. Another investment style is the PE acquisition route. Many of them seem to be favoring QSRs and kiosk formats. I'm not sure whether that is deliberate or accidental. And we also have companies going public finally after Jubilant Foodworks. We finally have specialty restaurants going public, and these seem to obviously signify a good healthy movement in the space. And hoping to have your thoughts on it. How about you, Sachin? If you'd like to start, what are your views on investment?
Well, what I see this sector is really getting interested by the investment community because of a couple of reasons. The way India is placed today with their growth story. I guess everyone is looking out.
The high-end restaurants are getting into a very different mix, whereas the bottom line or the mid-segment level and below that, the evolution is not happening.
Sure.
Yeah, it slowly percolates down, which I understand. But at the same time, only talking about charging enormous amount and making a very high APC restaurant and creating that glamour, but at the same time not offering to the right clientele or to the right figure, the amount. That is where I think, the mix is not, there's a bottom, that thin line which needs to be properly. Abroad, you see, if you want to go a good restaurant, you can go to a good restaurant, you can spend good money. But at the same time, even in the normal restaurants also, you get that same treatment. It is not, you don't see a lot of distinction.
Well, I'm in the bakery and confectionery industry, and I feel that the growth right now is more on health. People don't want very creamy things and things like that. So we are getting to the segment where we're going to make health cakes, cakes which are healthy. Maybe saturated fats, things like that taken out from that. For example,
does that come at the cost of taste?
No. We can actually doctor it in such a way that taste and health go hand in hand. It's very important.
Because very often there's a perception that, healthy is not usually tasty.
Okay, let me give you, for example, a soya-based cream right now has come out. Who uses fresh cream? No one. Everyone is using the soya-based cream for their product, okay? Doesn't actually know that he is actually eating a healthy product, okay? Now there are things they say that it's not healthy. Everyone has to put something 2 bits in to kind of create a little rift in everything. But generally speaking, okay, it is a really good product. Sure. Different types of flours are in the market. Now these companies are importing German type of flours and wheats and different sort of things. So again, the problem is when they import it, we're going to pay a hefty amount. Okay.
Yes. I think in terms of your key question, your first question was investment. I think it is an exciting time. When I've been in the business 22 years, 20 years in India, and I've also worked in companies where I've seen PE funds come in, PE funds work with the funds. So I think the Indian consumption story is very strong. I think it's going to be the fastest, the restaurant business is going to be the fastest part of the, grow faster than hotels, and I think it's going to be one of the fastest growing parts of the service sector overall in the country. So I think it's natural, and there are, of course, like you said, 2 successful public issues. One which trades at unbelievable PE values, and there's other one also doing well. And there, I was counting the other day 20 PE/VC investments done in the last 4 years, 5 years.
Starting with Nirula's in 2006.
That was the first. That was one of the first. Yeah, so 20, we counted off, there probably more. I don't think there's a comprehensive listing, but that, and it's across segments. I don't think it's only in a lot of them in the more visible ones are in the QSR space, but there are adequate ones. Adequate chains who've got PE, VC, and I know there are chains who've got angel investors. Okay, so that's another opportunity. Where if you don't want to, because PE and VC funding comes with terms and conditions and growth commitments, and that's a PE and VC model. Angel investors is what a lot of people are doing, where it's not public knowledge. So there are quite a few restaurant chains. Angel investors means the owner or the promoter goes to other individuals.
Sure.
Who are called angel investors because they're high net worth individuals.
Okay.
Names would never be known, would not be disclosed. You wouldn't know who's invested. They put an X, and they don't get board seats and they don't get involved.
Sure.
And therefore the entrepreneur has more flexibility and less conditions, and he gets a few investors.
Okay.
And there are quite a few chains who started was doing that. And I think that's another interesting opportunity.
But that's a sort of an unorganized sector, you would say?
It's unorganized in the sense, no, there are kind of, today I think there are kind of investment banks which would probably help you with that also. I think. Okay. But it's not really very, it's not written about.
Okay.
Because the angel investors, it's a thing which people don't want to talk about. So you wouldn't know who wants, people don't want to talk about where they've been, because this is personal money being invested. Okay. So they might be the big industrialists of the country, but they would have got a personal wealth they'll invest. And I know a few people who put in money. I know enough chains who got the money. Okay. So that's an interesting option. Sure. Of course, I think the gap and one of the challenges we face in this sector is that if you don't have any of these three, you're not big enough or whatever, then when you actually just want to go for pure debt, you want to go for debt, that's a big challenge, because if you don't have land, you don't have collateral. Today, I think that's a challenge which we at the Restaurant Association had some discussions with the Tourism Financial Corporation of India, which does lend. And I think that model which is there in the West is not here yet, where you can collateralize your revenue streams, you can collateralize, income streams, instead of just asking, because traditionally Indian lenders want hard asset as collateral, which is not easy, because a lot of restaurateurs today most people don't own, no one owns real estate, very few people who own real estate, right? Everyone would rent it, so you don't have a collateral.
Without a proof of concept,
No, I'm talking about people who have, I'm talking about, say, people who have concept. Okay. Say someone's done 3 to 5 and he wants to do the next 10. Sure. Yeah, of course, you can only do it after doing successful 1 to 3 or 4, at least, You can't do it from scratch.
Sure. So. That's great. Thanks. Kinzel, how about you? What are your view on investments?
Yeah, we just got an angel funding.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
For our concept.
What did it take to get that?
It took me 3 years to get that. and presentations after presentations, because the concept is still nascent in India, and we're still figuring out what to do with soup bowl. Should it be the only starter option, or we go into the meal concept, and still figuring out the final DNA for soup bowl, which hopefully should be done in the next couple of months. Funds were an issue earlier, because I don't come from food industry, I don't have any knowledge about the industry, so for me it was just an idea. Then I said, okay, let me try it out and see if it works. I will continue further or wind it up. Nobody will ever come to know, because I'm not from the industry. So one happened, and the first one was success, and then the second happened, it was a success, and third one failed, and they said, okay, we'll wait. So the presentation started. We said, if you want to do it the way we want to do it, we need funds, and so finally we got it, and yeah, we are now getting the DNA in place and taking it further.
Great. Let me first tell you that I come from a background which is a little different, of course, from hospitality. Yes. But we look at building face value first to create excitement in the world. And since I'm associated with a man who is the biggest face in the country when it comes to food in India, Sanjeev Kapoor. So I'm walking the same path. So we walk the path of building the face value first, create excitement across in all investment sectors, and then come with a brand and a promise. Okay, so we actually put in double weightage and also have to deliver twice, because if the promise and the delivery fails, then the face and the value also fails. Okay, then we wipe out completely. So we take a longer time to reach the market actually, because we're more careful about building us, more careful about building our face value, more careful about people believing us. One small wrong delivery hits us across in all our categories, whether it is any medium that we are into. So we've been quite careful. So hence the time that we take to step into hardcore hospitality, in spite of working in hardcore hospitality and then getting into building face value, and then again getting back into creating concepts and deliverables. So we build a lot of effort, we take a lot of effort on building face value and then get into concepts. And in terms of investments, I have been noticing, since I've been doing concepts for people, I've been doing concepts for my own company, I feel specialization is something which will take over. If you have a specialized concept, that will be valued more and create excitement across all the sectors, whether it is PE, whether it is angel investors. If you are specialized for something and you have a face value attached to it, I think you have a sellable concept to it. That's what I feel.
That's great. You had a lot of experience with various presentations, I'm sure. Do tell us